Alright, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I don't really need to do any explanation for the front main, but what I will say, once you get the water pump out of the way, this kit from Harbor Freight, I never actually had my own. I was surprised. I never had my own harmonic balancer puller set. This was, what, like $75, $85, and it worked really well. So that's what I used to pull it off. As you can see here, there's a front crank pulley. That's how I have it set up. The instructions are pretty simple, and this is the old timing cover. If you're gonna take the cover off, when I was doing the oil pan, I saw this was like flimsy. I was like, what the hell? So I wasn't aware that these are plastic or like composite front timing covers, and the front main is all part of it. So if you're gonna do it, might as well just replace the whole thing. And since you're here, or since I'm here, doing the timing chain as well. So we got dot to dot. We got Loctite on these guys. I'm gonna put these guys together. I'm gonna clean the surface. Put the oh, there goes my lid. Put the new timing cover on. And then since the oil pan here also seals on the bottom, you're gonna need to put a big goop of RTV on the bottom of the timing cover, which on the old one you can see had some right in there. So not too crazy, nothing too complicated, pretty simple. I'm doing this in dirt. I do miss having a shop, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And that'll be it. So I'll put the cover on. I'm gonna reseal, put the gasket on the oil pan, goop everything up, and then put it all back together. Alright, this is what you call dedication to making a video. Alright, there's the rear main. I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna show you, I mean, in this case my transmission is already out, as you can see, but to drop the oil pan, and this is a 4x4, so you see the front differential right there, it's not dropped. I didn't drop the front diff or any of the front suspension at all. I didn't even lift the motor up because the trans is out, but the oil pan's out, and you know, yeah, so if it can save you some time, it will, without having to drop this, without having to do some extra special stuff. I mean, there's the skid plate, or the windage tray, whatever you want to call it, and then there's the oil pump. I mean, it's super simple. The way I did it, the way the oil pan came out, is you take all the bolts out, lower the pan. When you lower the pan, the ass end of it can kind of tilt down and hang down and give you access to the oil pump and to the windage tray. There's only 4 bolts, well, 1 bolt, 3 nuts. That slides out. Once the tray is out, oil pump is 1 bolt, which that guy is somewhere around here. Oh yeah, well yeah, this one. That's for the oil pump. Oil pump comes out, the plate comes out, and the pan slides right out the back. You don't gotta mess with none of that stuff. I mean, it's a little tight, but it's nothing too crazy, nothing too terrible. I was actually kind of worried that I would have to drop the front diff to do the oil pan and the rear main, but it turns out I didn't have to do that. So I'll get all this wrapped up. I'll get a video of how to do the rear main, and that should be a wrap. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. Save you a bunch of time if you're going to end up doing this on your own. Now, if you're doing the oil pan and the transmission is in the car, then I would say yeah, you probably either have to raise the motor or drop the front diff. But in this case, my transmission is out, and I was able to slide it actually over on top of the exhaust, because if you try and come down, it's going to hit the pipe right here. So with the plate out of the way, drops it down, slides straight back, and there it is. So I'm gonna get the cleaning, and I'll show you how to do this in a second. Well, that plan didn't work. I mean, I got it off, but to get the rear main off, what I was gonna do is I was going to drill into the rear main, and then I was going to put a little coarse thread little guy like this into here and just slide hammer him out. But you know what, I'm just gonna do it old school, so you know, I just took it off, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a pry bar from here to here, and I'm just gonna lever the seal out Then I'm gonna put the new one in. I have a 4-inch PVC pipe that's gonna fit over it, so that way I can just tap it on, so that when I put it back on over here, obviously when I put it back on, it's not gonna have the seal on it, but I'm gonna put it on. Then with this all tightened in the gasket on there, I'm gonna slide the new seal over it, and then that's it. So nothing too crazy. I just wanted to use my slide hammer because I haven't used it in a while, but there's that. So there's a slide hammer. That didn't work, so get to it. All right, that didn't work, so I cut it. There's little spaces in here that you'll be able to cut the seal. At least that's what I did. This one was really hard, so yeah, I just got me some little thin ones. I took the spring out of it, and once you just twist it, you can just pop that motherfucker out. Yeah, I was thinking about getting this and kind of prying out, but I don't want to distort or bend this, so I'm not over here hacking stuff up. And yeah, so I just cut it, put the new one on, and like I said, put this guy on there with a new gasket on the back of it, with a new gasket back here, slide it on, pop the new seal on, put everything together. So that's how I did it. That's the front, rear, main, and oil pan for this one with the trans out if you have a 4x4. So with the trans out, you can do everything. You can do the rear seal, you can do the front seal, oil pan, then put everything back together. So that's how I did it. If it helps you, cool. If not, thanks for watching, and we'll get back to more stuff and going, and hopefully I can get this on the road soon. I just want to drive my Tahoe. All right, later.